What if I told you the reason you're losing strength down there isn't your age, it's your breakfast? If you're a man over 60, waking up feeling tired, numb, or less confident in the bedroom, I want you to know you're not broken. You're not alone. And you're definitely not past your prime. Most men quietly accept these changes as part of getting older. But the truth is, it doesn't have to be this way. You see, there's one little known food, easy to find, cheap, and delicious, that's been shown to improve blood flow, wake up nerve endings, and even restore morning confidence, starting in just a few days. In today's video, you'll discover 5 powerful morning foods that support healthy circulation exactly where you need it most. We'll talk about what to eat, what to avoid, and the surprising breakfast combo that's helping men feel years younger, without pills, side effects, or embarrassment. I'm Dr. Mariah Kayat. For over 30 years, I've helped men all over the country reclaim their vitality, and on this channel, I break down the science in plain English so you can take back control of your body, your confidence, and your life. If that sounds like something you need, hit that subscribe button and stay with me. Now let's start with the first breakfast food and why it might just become your new morning weapon. Ingredient: plain yogurt, nature's circulation starter. Let's start with something simple, yet surprisingly powerful: plain yogurt. Most men don't think twice about their breakfast. A quick coffee, maybe a piece of toast, and they're out the door. But here's what no one tells you. Once you hit 60, your body changes. The systems that support blood flow, nerve response, and muscle strength, especially down there, don't bounce back like they used to. And when you skip the right fuel in the morning, you're setting yourself up for weakness before your day even begins. That's where plain yogurt comes in. It's not just a snack. It's one of nature's most underrated weapons for men over 60 who want better circulation and confidence below the belt. So why does it work? First, probiotics in plain yogurt help reduce inflammation throughout the body, including inside blood vessels. When vessels are inflamed, they narrow, and that means slower blood flow to your brain, heart, and yes, your groin. The right gut bacteria actually influence nitric oxide levels, a critical compound that keeps blood vessels open and responsive. Second, high-quality protein from yogurt feeds your pelvic floor muscles, those deep muscles that support erections, bladder control, and even posture. And let's not forget calcium, which strengthens the muscle fibers that tend to weaken as testosterone drops. Now, this isn't theory. I've seen it firsthand. James, one of my patients, was 65 when he first came to me. He was healthy on paper, but deeply discouraged. No morning erections, numbness when sitting too long, zero energy in intimate moments. And the worst part? He thought it was just part of getting old. We changed just one thing: his breakfast. He started each day with a bowl of plain yogurt, added a drizzle of raw honey, some walnuts, and a few blueberries. No pills, no expensive supplements, just food. 4 weeks later, I got a call. James sounded 20 years younger. "Doc," he said, "I woke up this morning, and it felt like I was 40 again." His voice cracked with joy. I remember it like it was yesterday. He wasn't just talking about erections. He was talking about feeling alive again. That's what happens when your blood starts flowing, right? When your nerves wake up and your muscles get what they need. You move better. You feel more grounded. You stop being afraid of what your body can or can't do. And yes, your confidence behind closed doors comes back. Not from a bottle, but from real nourishment. So if you've been skipping breakfast or eating the same lifeless toast every day, it's time to rethink your morning. Plain yogurt might seem basic, but for your blood vessels, your pelvic floor, and your performance, it could be a game changer. And here's where it gets even more exciting, because the next food on our list works in a completely different way. While yogurt builds strength and flow from the inside out, this next one targets your arteries directly, and it's probably sitting in your kitchen right now. Ingredient 2, quinoa with almonds, the artery cleaner. Let's move on to a powerful but often overlooked combination: quinoa with almonds. I know, it might sound too health nutty at first, but hear me out. When a man walks into my office complaining about poor blood flow, a lack of energy, or just that heavy, sluggish feeling in the lower half of his body, I don't immediately hand him a prescription. I ask him one simple question. What do you eat in the morning? More often than not, the answer is something like, just coffee and maybe a muffin. Or, oh, I usually skip breakfast altogether. That's where the problem begins. As we age, the arteries, the highways that deliver blood and oxygen to every organ, muscle, and nerve start to stiffen. They get narrower, inflamed, and less responsive. And the first place this lack of circulation shows up? Below the belt. Now here's the good news. You can reverse a lot of that, starting with what you eat in the morning. Quinoa is a game changer. It's not just some trendy grain. It's packed with magnesium, which helps relax blood vessels, plant-based protein, which supports muscle repair, and fiber, which keeps your arteries clean and flexible. It's also low on the glycemic index, so it won't spike your blood sugar like toast or cereal. When you pair it with almonds, that's when the magic happens. Almonds are full of vitamin E, healthy monounsaturated fats, and antioxidants that help reduce artery inflammation. This reduces the pressure on your heart and allows for smoother blood flow, especially to your lower body. Let me tell you about Robert, a 69-year-old retired construction manager. After years of hard work, he was finally enjoying rest, except his body wasn't keeping up. He told me, "I just feel heavy, like walking up the stairs takes more than it should. And let's just say, my wife and I haven't had a good night in months." I recommended one change. Swap the sugary cereal and toast for a warm bowl of quinoa with sliced almonds, some blueberries, and a pinch of cinnamon. 2 weeks in, Robert told me his legs felt lighter. 4 weeks in, he was waking up more refreshed, his energy came back, and his confidence followed. He said, "Doc, I didn't think something as boring as quinoa could do this. But I feel like I've got my body back." And that's the key. Your morning meal sets the tone for your blood flow all day. When you start the day with foods that fight inflammation and open up your arteries, your body listens. Your circulation improves not just in your heart or your brain, but in the areas that make you feel like you again. You begin to notice less tingling, better stamina, stronger intimacy, and none of it comes from medications or surgeries, just real, whole food. And the best part? You don't need a chef. Boil some quinoa, sprinkle almonds on top, toss in a few berries, and enjoy. In less than 10 minutes, you've prepared a breakfast that speaks directly to your arteries and tells your body, "We're coming back online." Now, while quinoa and almonds work wonders on your vessels and performance, the next ingredient goes even deeper, supporting your testosterone, your stamina, and even your mood. Let's talk about that next. Ingredient 3. Pomegranate, the bedroom fruit. Let's shift gears for a moment and talk about something a little juicier, literally. Most men wouldn't think of fruit as something that could impact their performance. They might snack on it once in a while or toss a few grapes on a plate. But very few know that one specific fruit has been shown to improve blood flow almost as effectively as medication. That fruit is pomegranate. Now here's the reason why it works so well, especially for men over 60. As we age, the lining of our blood vessels, known as the endothelium, becomes less efficient at producing nitric oxide, a compound that relaxes blood vessels and allows more blood to flow where it's needed most. Low nitric oxide equals poor circulation, and poor circulation is the #1 cause of erectile problems that have nothing to do with desire or hormones. Pomegranate is loaded with polyphenols, powerful antioxidants that naturally boost nitric oxide levels in your body. In simple terms, it helps open the pipes so that blood can flow freely, not just to your heart and brain, but directly to your groin and pelvic region. That's why I call it the bedroom fruit. I still remember one of my patients, Michael, 63 years old, a former firefighter, with a great sense of humor but a heavy heart. When I suggested he add pomegranate to his morning routine, he raised an eyebrow. He chuckled. "I thought that was a fancy party snack, not something a guy like me needs to eat." 2 weeks later, I got a voicemail. "Doc, something's definitely waking up down there. I don't know if it's the pomegranate or the fact that I'm finally eating breakfast, but whatever it is, I'm not complaining. That joy in his voice, that was more than just blood flow. That was hope coming back. Here's how you make it work. Eat pomegranate on an empty stomach, either before your main breakfast or as part of it. Just a handful of fresh seeds or half a glass of pure, unsweetened juice is enough. No added sugars, no gimmicks, just real, living food that speaks directly to your circulatory system. And here's what you might notice after a few days. Your body feels warmer, you experience more sensitivity in the lower body, and those quiet morning moments, they start feeling a little less quiet. It's not magic, it's science, and it's what happens when your blood vessels are no longer restricted, when your nerves get the oxygen they've been craving. You feel more alive, more responsive, and more confident. And this confidence doesn't just affect the bedroom, it affects the way you walk, the way you talk, and how you carry yourself throughout the day. So if you've been skipping fruit or ignoring it as not manly enough, it's time to rethink that. Pomegranate isn't just a fruit. It's a signal to your body that you're ready to wake up and show up fully. And unlike pills, this doesn't just mask the symptoms. It supports the foundation of good circulation from the inside out. Now, while pomegranate works to relax your blood vessels and boost nitric oxide, the next ingredient helps your body build the hormones and stamina you need to truly follow through. Get ready, because we're about to talk about a food that supports testosterone, energy, and even mental clarity, all before 9 a.m. If you're enjoying this video so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you won't miss any future tips on managing blood sugar naturally. And if you have any questions or something you're struggling with, drop a comment below. I read every one, and I'm here to help. Ingredient 4. Avocado with olive oil, the circulation stabilizer. Now let's talk about something creamy, green, and believe it or not, life-changing. Avocado with olive oil. Out of all the morning foods I recommend, this one gets the most puzzled looks. Avocado? For circulation? They ask, half laughing. But once I explain how the body functions in the critical hour after waking, the pieces start to fall into place. See, after 7 or 8 hours of fasting, your body wakes up needing support. Your blood vessels are tighter, your muscles are low on fuel, and your nervous system, especially the one controlling sensitivity in your lower half, is just starting to warm up. This is when the right nutrition matters most. Enter the humble avocado. It's not just a trendy toast topping. It's packed with monounsaturated fats, the kind that help keep your arteries flexible and open. That means smoother, steadier blood flow, especially to the legs, pelvis, and yes, even your groin. On top of that, avocado is rich in potassium, which regulates blood pressure and supports muscular contractions, including the subtle ones required for strong, healthy erections. Without enough potassium, your circulatory system can't push blood where it needs to go efficiently. Now add a drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, and you take things to another level. Olive oil is rich in polyphenols, natural plant compounds that reduce inflammation inside the arteries. Less inflammation means less stiffness, better responsiveness, and improved communication between your brain, nerves, and muscles. In other words, you're not just improving circulation, you're restoring connection. One of my patients, William, age 72, had been struggling for months with heavy, numb legs. Every morning, he'd brace himself on the nightstand just to stand up. His groin ached. His energy was gone. He'd tried stretching, massage therapy, and even nerve medications. Nothing gave him lasting relief. We didn't overhaul his whole diet. I asked him to try just one change. Before breakfast, eat half an avocado mashed with a teaspoon of extra virgin olive oil and drink a glass of warm water. No sugar, no toast, just real fuel for real circulation. 3 days later, I got a call. "Doc," he said, laughing, "I didn't hold on to anything this morning. My legs felt lighter. It's like I got a piece of myself back." That's what avocado and olive oil do. They work quietly, not like a shot of caffeine or a loud medication. But they go deep. They nourish the walls of your arteries, stabilize your blood pressure, support your nerves, and restore energy right where you need it most. And that ache you might feel in your hips, your lower back, or between your legs, that's not always age or strain. Sometimes it's just poor circulation and weak nerve signals. Give your body the right oils, the right nutrients, and watch it respond. So don't underestimate this simple mix. Mash half an avocado, drizzle a bit of extra virgin olive oil, sprinkle some sea salt if you like, and give it to your body before anything else. Within days, many men report lighter steps, clearer mornings, and stronger confidence, all from a fruit and an oil. Now, while avocados and olive oil stabilize circulation and restore nerve flow, the next food we'll cover does something even more exciting. It fires up your natural energy and helps ignite desire, all before you even leave the kitchen. Let's talk about it next. Ingredient 5: blackberries, the vitality booster. Let's bring it home with something sweet, simple, and surprisingly powerful. Blackberries. Most men walk right past them in the produce aisle. They look small, maybe even unimportant. But these little dark berries hold a secret that could completely change the way you feel in your body, especially if you're a man over 60. Because the key to strong blood flow and vitality lies in how flexible and clean your arteries are. And that flexibility starts breaking down with age. Think of your blood vessels like garden hoses. When they get stiff or clogged, the pressure builds up in the wrong places, and circulation becomes weak and inefficient, especially in the areas you care most about as a man. Blackberries are packed with anthocyanins, deep purple antioxidants that protect and strengthen artery walls. These compounds improve arterial elasticity, helping blood vessels expand and contract naturally, so blood can reach your pelvic muscles and nerves without resistance. They also contain vitamin C, which supports collagen production, a key player in tissue strength and healing, and dietary fiber, which lowers inflammation and keeps blood sugars steady, preventing those midday crashes that drain your energy and your mood. But here's where it gets even more interesting. Blackberries aren't just good for your heart or digestion. They directly support nerve sensitivity in your lower body. For many men, one of the earliest signs of poor circulation is a gradual loss of sensation. Whether that's tingling, dullness, or just not feeling the way you used to. When nerves stop getting enough oxygen-rich blood, they go quiet. Blackberries help restore that flow. Let me tell you about David, one of my favorite patients. He's 66, a retired Navy officer who always had a sharp mind but admitted he was feeling dull below the waist. Not painful, not broken, just dull. He had already made a few changes, more walking, better sleep, but something still felt off. I suggested adding 1 cup of blackberries to his morning routine. He blended them into a smoothie with plain yogurt, flaxseed, and almond milk. Easy, no sugar, no fluff, just powerful fuel. 5 days later, he walked into my office with a grin. "Doc," he said, "I never thought something so small could make such a difference. I've got more energy, I feel steadier, and I'm definitely more responsive." That's the power of blackberries. Quiet, consistent, transformational. They don't shock your system, they rebuild it. One small step each morning that adds up to better nerve health, better blood flow, and stronger confidence. And they're incredibly easy to add to your day. Toss them into your yogurt, blend them in a smoothie, eat them plain. Whether fresh or frozen, just make sure they're not covered in added sugars. The purer, the better. Here's the real lesson behind all 5 of these foods. Your body isn't failing you. It's waiting. It's waiting for the right support. Simple, natural fuel that tells your blood vessels, your muscles, and your nerves, we're not done yet. And now that you've learned these powerful morning habits, there's one last thing to cover. A bonus ritual that ties everything together and maximizes the effect of every food you've just learned about. Let's go there now. If you've made it all the way here, it means one thing. You care. You're not ignoring the signs your body is giving you. You're not just blaming age and giving up. You're searching, learning, and most importantly, you're still fighting for your strength, and I admire that. Because the truth is, you're not broken. Your body hasn't given up on you. It's just been waiting for the right support. Now you've got it. You now know 5 simple foods: plain yogurt, quinoa with almonds, pomegranate, avocado with olive oil, and blackberries. That are not just breakfast items, they are biological tools. Tools that open blood vessels, strengthen pelvic muscles, and restore sensitivity where it matters most. But tools only work when you use them. So here's my challenge for you. Start tomorrow morning. Don't overthink it. Don't wait until Monday. Pick one of these foods, prepare it simply, and eat it within the first hour of waking up. No sugar, no toast, no skipping, just nourishment, just intention. Will it fix everything overnight? No. But in a few days, you may feel your legs are lighter, your steps more stable. You might notice warmth returning, or a spark you thought was gone forever. And in that moment, you'll know your body is waking up again. If you've been feeling like it's too late, I promise you, it's not. I've seen men in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s transform their energy, rebuild their confidence, and reclaim their intimacy simply by changing the way they start their mornings. Aging doesn't take your strength. Giving up does. And today you've chosen not to give up. You've chosen to learn, to act, and to take control. If you found value in this video, go ahead and tap that subscribe button now so you never miss the health tips designed specifically for men like you. And if you're curious about more foods and habits that boost circulation, testosterone, and vitality, check out the next video I've linked in the description. Thanks for watching, and remember, your best days don't have to be behind you. They can begin again, starting with breakfast tomorrow morning. Thank you for watching our video today. If you found this video helpful, please drop a like and subscribe button to support us. We truly appreciate you support, and it will motivate us to continue make more information video to help you all. Thank you, and goodbye.